Hey everybody, my name is Ashley Rush and I'm an independent creative memories advisor located in North Carolina. Please excuse the lighting, it's a little bit wonky because it's pretty late at night. But I have been waiting all day for the brand new Passport to Adventure collection to arrive at my house, and I just kept knowing, oh, I need to record. I was like, oh, but I want to play with the new stuff. So the new stuff came, and then I rushed upstairs in the dark and just started creating and playing. And I hope you guys enjoy what I came up with. To complete this project, you're going to need a couple sheets of Passport to Adventure, probably not even full sheets, except if you want to put this on a base. And then you're going to need a sheet of cardstock, and again, really just scrap or strip 1.5 inches long, or wide, I should say. I have just grabbed a couple of sheets out. You're also going to need your Postage stamp decorative border punch. With that, your repositionable tape runner is going to be imperative. You're going to need your 12-inch trimmer. And with your 12-inch trimmer, you're going to want to use a decorative blade. I am going to be using the stamping blade, of course. Now, if you don't have the other blades, that's okay. You can do this without. So first things first, let me just move a couple things aside. I want to pick a light-ish background paper for what I'm working on. So I have this. It could work, but it's a little busy. And on the reverse side, I just have sort of a grid paper. That's a possibility, but it's a little light for my tastes. And then here, I think these guys are reverses of each other. Yes. So I have blue in mind for something else. And then, okay, I think this is going to be my winner. It's a very light gray, darker than the white, obviously, but light enough to do what I want. So I'm going to use this with my 12-inch trimmer. But before I cut, I'm actually going to get that decorative blade out from the bottom. These slide out pretty easy, especially if you know how. So I usually just use my thumb. I push down on the blade housing and then slide, and they pop right out. Okay, so I'm going to open up my blade housing, pop out my old straight blade. Now for this, I want the name stamping to face the right-hand side of my trimmer. Right, and I'm going to take that gray. I want to have a border or a decorative edge on both sides, so I'm literally just barely squeaking this past my cut line so that I can make that a decorative edge. You want to make sure you cut hard enough this first go around, because with these decorative blades, you can't necessarily go wink, wink up and down because sometimes the rotary just doesn't line up and you end up messing up your design. Okay, so now I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to take it all the way again to the edge of my trimmer here. I just decided that that would be a good measurement. And then I'm going to cut again. All right, so now I have my stamping edge on both sides of my border. Oh, and now I've told you what I'm making. I'm making a border. So I'm done with this sheet for now. I can set it aside. And before I forget, because, you know, this is usually the #1 killer of all my papers, is I go to use a decorative blade, I am finished with it, and then I don't switch it out for the regular right away. And then I end up cutting decorative edges on things that I didn't intend to cut. And since I know I'm done with a stamping blade, I'm going to go ahead and put that right back underneath so I don't lose it. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut, since I have my straight trimmer out here, and I've got a sheet of canary cardstock. This was fairly easy to choose because now all of the packing slips on new collections tell us the different coordinating colors. So for Passport to Adventure, it's canary, avocado, dark sea green, navy, and black. So I just chose something bright since I'm using some darker colors later. And I'm just going to make an 1.5 inch cut, I think. All right, so now I have a 12 by 1.5 inch wide strip. I'm just going to set that down. I'm done with this yellow. And I think I'm done with the trimmer as well, so I can go ahead and put that away. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get out that postage stamp decorative border. I'm going to undo the clasp. And I think I'm going to do this in dark blue, this sort of map design. So when you're starting, you're going to line your paper up either with this mark or this mark. Doesn't matter which one. It's all about what makes you comfortable. I almost always line up with the mark on the left, just because that's what I'm used to. You'll want to rest the paper all the way to the edge of this little ledge here. I call this a whale tail punch, and I want to put that paper up to the top of the whale tail. Once I'm lined up, I go ahead and punch. And then I'm going to slide this over until it covers up the silhouette. There's also a teeny tiny little triangle here, and that is also going to cover up the teeny tiny little triangle silhouette there. So that is one way to make sure you are lined up. So let's see. Yep. Oh, no. Okay, I've covered up that triangle silhouette as well as the rest of the stamp. And you're just going to slide over, covering the silhouette each time until you run out of paper. And you end up with this awesome postage stamp border. Looks good on both sides. I'm done with this sheet. I'm going to set it aside. Now we're going to work on assembling our border. Now, before I throw away any punch poop, I want to point out these super darling, the negative space that you get from the punches. You get these awesome postage stamps, which could be great in titling. Like imagine putting a letter in the middle of each one and creating your title, or just a little embellishment or embellishment backings. So don't throw everything away right away. All right. So now we're going to work on assembling. I'm going to use this dark blue just as a backdrop. I'm going to center this yellow canary sheet of cardstock in the middle of that gray strip. Doesn't have to be perfect, but already looks super cute. I'm loving the stamping edge coming out from behind. And now you're going to do the same with your stamping border, deciding which side you want to be up. I think I'm going to go with that dark blue facing up. These are very thin borders, so the repositionable tape runner is really going to be your friend. I'm going to flip that over, and again, just center it on that yellow strip. Do the best you can Nobody's going to come at you if your borders aren't perfectly centered. All right, that looks good to me. If you can see, I have some residual adhesive, and if you just rub it, it'll go right away. All right, and now I have an amazingly fun and simple border that'll look good on just about any page. Let's add it to, let's see, put it on this white, but I feel like the gray doesn't pop enough. Still cute, but just not perfect. That could be fun. Again, the gray doesn't pop a lot off of that page, but it could also be really cute on this blue. Lots of choices. But before I stop, I want to show you guys this super adorable little Passport Adventure mini embellishment pack. So you can only get this when you do the Buy It All bundle. Then you'll get these little minis for free with your bundle. They fit so nicely. They fit so nicely into your border that you could fill the spaces if you want. So I could have even gone without putting a background in here. That's adorable. Or the little ones fit as well, just to show you. So you could put together a little puzzle. Or, I almost put that together too well. That one's not going to want to pop out. There we go. In my head, I was thinking they could kind of overlap. How do you guys feel about that? Just kind of like cattywampus them in there. Or maybe put the little ones inside of the big ones. So it looks like they're popping through. I kind of like that look. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you like them looking kind of like dangling out, or do you prefer the perfect fit look? I like both plans. All right, and then the best part is don't forget to use the insert here. This would make a perfect little journaling piece. So let's see. I think I've decided I want the border on this guy. And right now I'm just keeping the stamp sort of cattywampus every which way, except for this guy. He fell out of spots. Then I'm going to use this as a journaling piece. And I've got room to add some other let's see. So you can add some photos this way. So I actually already recorded this, but I didn't realize that it stopped filming. because of a voice command. And I was talking. I looked up and the camera was off. So let me try and think what I just told you guys. So I wish I had timed myself creating this page. It was quick and easy. I've got a border, I've got a place to journal, I've got places for my photo. This is easy to replicate, to turn into a 2-page spread, and I love it. After I stopped filming, I went and I looked at my border. Sorry, it's like over here, so I keep turning my head to look at it. But I looked at my border and I decided I liked, personally, look at me, making an official decision and putting it out there. I liked having those little embellishments completely fill the spots. The pop through method didn't look the same on paper as it did in my head. So I went ahead and filled it. I'll show you a picture here. As you can see, I filled only the large spots and kept the small spots empty just for that like more pop of color, let that canary show through. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I just made sure to sort of alternate colors at the top, and I didn't repeat a color. So like, you know how the outside edge of the stamp is yellow or blue or green. And I really like how it turned out. I think I'm going to use other stamps as little embellishments, maybe around the photos or on my journaling box to put that finishing touch on, but I love it. It was so quick. It was so easy. And you guys know I have a lot of travel pictures that I need to get done, and this is going to help do that. So yay. All right, so in the meantime, if you guys have any questions, leave a comment, or of course you can reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram, where I am trying to post something every single day. It's also where there's a handy dandy DM button or message button that you can send a message directly to me. Those links are always listed in the description of these videos, and you can also see them here at the bottom. I am also doing events. I've got a really awesome event coming up in February for anyone who's local to North Carolina. It's going to be an all-you-can-make layout event with all of the supplies there for you and pre-cut and ready to go. I was inspired by my Japanese advisor cohorts over in Japan, so I'm super excited about that. But if you are far away or maybe local but you don't want to drive, please consider joining one of my online classes. I am launching a monthly project recipe club, as well as a simple page club. You can join one, you can join the other, you can join them both. All of the information is on my Scrap with Ash website, so you can find that there. And then last but not least, if you love this travel collection as much as I do, and you love Creative Memories products as much as I do, please visit my Creative Memories website to make your purchases. I make a commission off of that, and it's what helps fund these videos. And then of course, if you love everything so much and you want to join my team, let's talk about you doing that too. I am working on growing this year. I'm trying to earn a trip to Mexico for next year. Thanks to you guys, I earned it for this year, and one of my new downlines earned it with me, so we get to go to Mexico together. Whoop whoop. All right, now I'm starting to babble. If you guys have any questions, leave your comments, and otherwise I'll see you guys next time. Bye.